Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Benjamin, the Bold and Raw Talks. And in this video today, I welcome you in the next few minutes or so to have a discussion with you about the topic you see there on your screens, about sexual consent. Sexual consent. It's a very interesting topic here, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why I'm doing this topic, there are allegations that have been going on from my home country of a gospel artist accused by some ladies that he actually assaulted them or harassed them sexually. So we'll talk about what consent is. Consent, according to men and according to women. And I was very surprised today earlier on when I was trying to read about this thing about consent, what exactly it means. And I hope that by the end of this discussion, you as a man or as a woman, you will get to know if you're a parent, you have a son or a daughter. This message or this information that we are going to share here with you or with the viewers on the comment section, hopefully you can share it with your sons or with your daughters too. I want to put a disclaimer that our discussion is, we are just following what is being said on social media platforms and not whatsoever any intentions to discredit the victims who have claimed to have been harassed sexually and also not to victimize the person who has been alleged to have been doing all these things. So let me know where you're watching me from as you share the video. Welcome you here. I'm going to be playing with you. I'm going to be playing a video to let you know what this thing, sexual consent, means. Whether you are dating or you are married. At the end of the day, sex is an agreement between two people. And two people must agree at all time and every time. That's the first message that I want to pass to you as you're sharing this video. So all of you, welcome here. Virginia, I see you. Mark Donald, thank you so much. It's a bright morning where you're watching me from. Arkad Leo Algamish, thank you so much. Rana Cafero, hi. Okay, thank you so much. Cecile, I see you. Angelita, Angel Mark, nice topic here. Thank you so much. Let me sit and watch. So welcome here. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, everyone who is watching and sharing the video. Thank you so much. Before I play for you that video to tell you or to show you what this sexual consent means, I want to share with you a story, personal story. When I was in college, of course I was dating. I had a girlfriend at that time. And I visited her where she was staying in a hostel. Before even visiting her, we hadn't talked about sex. But I went to see her where she was staying. She was staying with a roommate. And that specific day, the roommate had left, went back to her home village because of a funeral ceremony. So that means in her room, she was alone. So I went there. I was in my 20s, early 20s. And then I entered. We spent a good time. Never touched each other, never kissed. In short, we never had any sexual contact the whole day since I was there with her. So we spent a good time. We ate lunch and we watched some movies until late in the night. In the evening, when I was about to leave, she asked me, "Why are you leaving, Benjamin? Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going back to my hostel." And she said, "Okay, you can spend a night here because there are two beds. My roommate is not around, so why are you going away?" I said, "Okay, fine. I'm going to sleep on the other bed and you'll sleep on the other bed." Up to that point, we had not talked about anything to do with sex. So we went out to eat dinner in a restaurant. And then after dinner, we had a walk just around the hostel. And then by 9 p.m., 10 p.m., we came back to the hostel. And then she took a shower. After that, I also went and I took my shower on my own. The two of us, different showers. We never showered together. And then it came to a point where we were supposed to sleep. So I decided to sleep on the other bed and then she slept on the other bed. Up to midnight, around 1 a.m., she asked me a question. She asked me, "Benjamin, are you okay to sleep on the other side?" And I said, yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay. I will sleep on this side. I will not sleep on the other side. And then we went on sleeping, and she said, okay, good night. I wish you well. Can I join? She actually asked me, can I join you on your bed? And I said, no. I just said no. I don't know what was going on with me. And this is a true story. So we slept like that up to around 3 a.m. in the morning. Around 3 a.m. in the morning, again, she called me and asked me, Benjamin, are you sleeping? And I told her, no, I'm not sleeping. So all this time, all these hours, I was thinking, should I go to the other bed where she's sleeping? And if I go there, are we going to have sex? Is it going to be unprotected sex? I had so many questions going on in my mind at that time. Then I told her, I'm not sleeping, but I'm okay. But I will sleep anyway. So we continued sleeping up to early in the morning. Just the two of us. Then I woke up. I had to rush to my hostel to prepare to go for my classes. I went for my classes the whole day. And then in the evening, she sent me a message and told me, hey, are you coming over again? My roommate is not back. Are you coming back? I said, yeah, I'm coming back. No problem. Second day, I went back to her hostel, to her room, and the same thing happened. Second day. Then the third day. Then the fourth day. Now, all along, I didn't know what this girl was thinking about. Because later on, years later, she revealed to me how it was very frustrating and very surprising for me for a man to stay with her in the same room 4 nights without planning or doing anything to touch her. If you are the lady that I'm describing, what would you have thought if a man was doing like that? I posted a question like that one time on my Facebook page, and the ladies said probably the man is gay or the man is has erectile dysfunction, cannot have an erection. If you are a lady and you had a man who is sleeping with you, different beds in the same building, and this is your boyfriend, and doesn't want to do anything, doesn't want to touch you, doesn't want to kiss you or to be intimate with you, how will you feel as a woman? I want to know in the comments. Now, later on, of course, we dated and then we broke up. That's the end of the story. The reason why I'm sharing you this story is this thing about agreeing to have sex. It's a very sensitive thing. That's why I'm doing this topic. Even for the married people, there are people who do not agree to have sex, but because simply they are married, their husbands will have sex anyway. And also there are people who are dating or people who are like the story that we are sharing here today. And while we are having this discussion, a celebrity, a man, a popular guy who has young, beautiful ladies that also are looking for means to become popular, to become famous, or to look for a brand for themselves. And then they go through him, but things happen. Like there are so many stories, even the people who are watching this video. Ladies will tell you they have gone through so many experiences trying to get something, but because there's a man on the way and this man wants something from them, some of them give in and some of them give up. They are there. They are watching, they are commenting, they will watch this video. Some of them are your daughters. If you're watching this video, your daughter is so beautiful and an amazing young, beautiful girl growing up. Probably she will go through this journey and she will face these facts of life. In addition to that, there are people who have gone through rape, forceful sexual contact. And those victims, their stories are extremely painful to listen to. The effect and the impact to these victims is so huge that it does not affect them when they are going through this action only that time, but this thing continues for the rest of their lives. It can affect them the way they see other people, the other opposite sex. And in addition to that, it can affect them in other things, their daily lives, how they view themselves. That's why it's very sensitive. In my Facebook page, Facebook account, I posted a post to give highlight and to get opinions from people. And I'm going to be sharing you with those opinions right now. So quickly, I want to play this video for you to explain what does it mean. What is sexual consent? And then I'll go through your comments. Please watch this video with me right now. Ladies and gentlemen, let us see, where's the video? Okay, here you go. Let us watch this video together, and then maybe we can begin to understand what is this topic all about.
How do you know for sure if someone wants to have sex with you? Well, actually, there's only one way. They need to tell you. You need to have consent. But what does consent really mean? Consent means both parties are really, truly into what's going on. This means that nobody is being guilted or pressured into doing anything. Silence does not equal consent. Some people think it's not rape unless there's fighting, screaming, or someone yelling no. But that's not true. Communication doesn't always happen with words. Body language can say a lot if you pay attention. Are they leaning in or are they pulling away? Do they look happy or do they look uncomfortable? Are they kissing you back or are they just staying kind of still? You have to pay attention to all the signals. This includes body language and words. No one can read minds, so it's always good to talk about it. Asking for consent doesn't have to be awkward. Asking for consent can actually be kind of sexy.
Want to show me your bedroom?
Show me where you want me to touch you.
Do you want to help me take these clothes off?
So, let's break this consent thing way down. 1, everyone's clear about what's about to happen next, and they're happy about it. If you're making out with someone for the first time and you want to go further, check in first.
Can I take your shirt off?
Want to try something different?
2, everyone in the situation has to feel free to be able to say no without being pressured or hassled. It's not cool to pressure people into doing stuff they're obviously uncomfortable with, or make them feel bad for saying no or wanting to stop things. Being pushy or manipulative makes for some pretty bad sex. And obviously, if a person is drunk, high, passed out, or asleep, it's not okay to do sexual stuff with them. They can't consent when wasted or unconscious. So doing this is actually rape. 3, be honest about whether or not you're on birth control, have an STD, or having sex with other people. Wouldn't you want to know that? If you're going to get naked with someone, you have to have trust and honesty. 4, saying yes to sex once doesn't mean you're saying yes to it forever. It may be tough to pause in the middle of some super sweet action, but your partner has the right to stop at any time. And 5, sex is all about connections and pleasure, right? If everyone feels respected, sex will be much better for both of you. We all deserve a safe, pleasurable, and awesome sex life. The more respect you show to the other person, the more they'll trust you enough to relax and enjoy. And the more honest you are about what you want and don't want, the better things will go. It's easy to talk about what consent means, but what does it look like in real life? How are we supposed to know for sure how far someone wants to go or if they want to get intimate at all? Check out our other videos for tips on how to do this consent thing right.
Wow. Thank you so much for watching that video there. It's a very beautiful video that I came across online.
How do you know?
I wanted to share with you. And this gentleman here talks about consent
How do you?
in a detailed and a very pragmatic and clear way. So consent, huh? Let me see on your comments what you're saying. What is consent according to you? Huh? Sexual consent, sexual consent. Okay, I'm going to read some Prince Kid Monene, brilliant topic. Thank you so much, Prince Kid. Okay. All right. Okay. Angelita, thank you for tagging your friends. Okay. Minyonte Ekubwa says, Erwot is sex bila consent is illegal. Sex that is organized crime. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Now, I'm going to share with you some of the views of the people on my Facebook account, what they said about this thing on consent and what it means according to them. And some of the topics and some of the comments they are put there, they are very touching. They are very sad. And some of them are catching feelings. I don't know, some of them are going to catch feelings on those comments. We'll go through those comments together, me and you. Yes, we talk about this topic right now. So look at your screens right now. Those who are joining, this is what some of the people who follow me on my Facebook account had to say about this story. The story, I posted it earlier on. Willie Posey has 8 victims. There are about 8 ladies who have come out and said they all went with him to different private rooms, which he locked, and started touching them. All victims never wanted, kukulana means in Swahili language, they never wanted to have sex, they say that, and but it happened. And so far there are 84 comments. The first comment you see there on your screen is by Winnie Mosetti. Why did they go to the room? And this is the question that I want to ask you, ladies. Why do you go to a room with a man if you're not planning to have sex? Why do you go to the room? Okay. We have Felicity Njeri. Ile ujinga imejaa kwa hizi comments. Aki shaking my head. This one seems to be very annoyed. She's just saying the stupidity in the comments in this post. It is too much. And she's actually shaking her head. Melody Debbie, did he force them to enter the room? Too much rubbish. And then we have replies there. Nana Angel saying, I said it, but another lady called Mora Angwenyi feels otherwise. So did this man force them to go to the room? Answer yes or no. Okay. We go on. Those are some of the comments which are on my Facebook post. Bro Sila, consent. It is the gate pass to the Holy of Holies, without which no enjoyment. Nice topic. Thank you so much, Bro Sila. Martin Mugonko, thank you so much, my brother. I believe it is the mutual agreement between parties to participate in sexual acts, irregardless of the outcome. Okay, let me take you back to the comments on my post and see what people are saying so that you see what men think about consent. Mora Angwenyi says, Nana Angel, you are all rape apologists, by the way. No beating around the bush. Hopefully your eyes will open one day. Being taken advantage of comes in various ways. Read about consent. You are embarrassing yourselves. Consent. Consent. So it looks like most people don't understand what is this thing consent. The video which I played for you earlier on says, consent, by the way, consent, by the way, it means that 2 people in agreement to participate in sex. That's step number 1. 2 people have agreed to have sex. Up to that point, both parties are accepted that they are going to have sex. But in the video, remember I posted earlier on, the gentleman who was explaining about consent, there are people who do not talk about sex, but they are going to a room with a man or with a woman. They have not talked about sex in any way. Can you imagine? So here you are, a beautiful young lady. You have met this celebrity that you have a crush on, or you're hoping he is going to help you to pursue your dreams or your talents. And you visit him to his music studios. And then, boom, this man is taking you to a room. And up to that stage, you haven't talked about sex in any way. So consent, from the word go, means 2 people have already talked about sex. The 2 of them, if it's a man and a woman, they have talked about it, that they're actually going to have sex. Now, the other thing about this thing about consent is Before even being sexual with someone, you need to know if they want to be sexual with you. You need to know, does this lady want to have sex with me? Does she really want to have sex with me? Jody Sakala, I see you. Thank you so much for joining. Both parties agreeing to having something. Thank you so much for that. Okay, let's go on. Another thing about this thing of consent is what I found out very surprising is you get the final say over what happens with your body. It doesn't matter whether you have hooked up before or even if you said yes earlier on and change your mind. You are allowed to say stop at any time, and your partner needs to respect that. I want to post that specific quote there on the comments. Look at this. Look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, those who are following the show, thank you so much. I want all of you to pay attention to what I found out very interesting. When you are planning to have sex with a man or someone, whether you are hooking up, whether it's a celebrity or whether it's your husband, you get the final say over what happens with your body. This is the message that I want you to pass to your son or your daughter. If you have one of them, you have the final say. It doesn't matter if you have hooked up or you have met in my shows, Meet and Mingle, or even if you said yes earlier and then changed your mind. Now, the changing of the mind is where the men and a majority of the men become victims or they end up losing. It's like you go to a disco, you start drinking with a man, and then he buys you some drinks and then asks you, can we go together with you to sleep and have some good time? You as a lady says yes. But you see, as you're heading with him to this specific room, you can change your mind. But can you really change your mind when the room has been locked? When you are now locked in this room, how are you going to change your mind? Look at the last part of this quote here. You are allowed to say stop at any time, and your partner needs to respect that. You are allowed to say stop at any time, and your partner needs to respect that. And if they don't stop, then the consent or this is something that can be reported. In short, you are being forced to do something that you didn't want to do. Did you know that? Did you know that? Huh? Did you know that? Did you know that as a man or as a woman? Did you know that? But you see, the men that I also want them to watch this video, they will question like what Agri Mbegusafi is asking. How can you change your mind when almost? How can you change your mind? So that's how it becomes very complicated for the men. For a man who has taken you to his room, taken you to a hotel, or he has invited you to his house, or he has come to your house, the moment you change your mind, as a woman, like most women do, when you change your mind, most men do not take it kindly. In fact, if you are with a man and then he's planning to have sex with you, and then finally you change your mind, what's going to happen? He will drive. I had a story of a man who was taking a woman to have sex with her in a lodging, in a hotel. And then this lady changed her mind. But the man had to drive her back to where they were coming from. And that lady describing, the ladies who have been in that situation, if you have changed your mind along the way, and then this man has to drive you back, that can be the worst driving experience that you can ever go through as a woman. This man can be reckless. Remember, he is very annoyed, disappointed with you. You change your mind, and they can easily do so many nasty things. And that's why when they have locked you in a room, there's nothing else you can do other than this person forcing himself into having sex with you. So you, as a man who follows me on my page, I want you to remember this, and please remind your son. Remind your son, rape cases are punishable, and their punishment is extremely a very serious punishment by law. So if you have a young, handsome son who is growing up as a father, just remind him. Consent, when somebody has said, yes, we can have sex, they can change their mind. And when they change their mind, you have to suck it up. You have to agree and just feel annoyed, be pissed off. Don't harm her, don't do anything wrong, and just know that you have lost it. I lost this one. I think I wasted my time and money. And then breathe in, breathe out, and don't overreact or don't act stupid, because it's going to cost you a lot. Now, let me go back to the comments. Thank you so much, all of you just watching. I hope you're enjoying the discussion so far. I see one guest want to join and also give his opinions. J-Mo, I'm going to add you in a few minutes. Please hold on there. Okay. Agri Mbegusavi says, we agree from outside, then when we're in a room, she changed mind. It's a big joke of the year. Yes, that's what happened. So Agri Mbegusafi, I want you to remember that that people can change their mind. And if you force them, and people are reading your comments. That is the saddest part. And the internet does not forget. So people already judge and see what you are typing and what you are saying there on the comments. But those are your opinions. Now, I want also to mention something here about this thing about consent. You remember the video which I played. Silence is not consent. Also, even if you agreed first time, you can disagree the next time you're meeting. So it doesn't mean you will find somebody who has had sex with you today and 1 week later on wants to have sex with you again. And still you can say no. And it's perfectly okay to say no and disagree and say no, we cannot have sex again. Did you get that? Did you get that? Okay, let me see here. Bro Sila says, Benjamin, who is that person or man who can change his mind? For instance, if told I'm HIV positive. This trick saved me from a lady who almost raped me. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for sharing that. All right. Janet Mogaka, because we focus on the women so much, kind of leave the men behind. Okay. All right. Because we're going to talk about the men also. We are not going to victimize the man in this talk here. Let me see. J-Mo is in the studio. J-Mo, just a second. Okay. We have a very long comment here by Omogambi Onyego. I think sometimes women are not sincere. One incident, a woman visits a man in a private room. The man asks for sex, and the woman says no. The man takes her word and lets her go without sex. The days that follow, the man finds out that the woman has been bad-mouthing him. Kwani nilienda kwa room yake kwa nini ndio aanze kuniuliza kama anahitaji sex. Another incident, the man continues with the sex even if the woman declined, believing that women are wired to say no even when they want it. All right. So what this gentleman is also saying here, some ladies are not sincere. Some ladies, they are not very, very honest when they say no. But I also know a majority of the men grow up knowing that a no is a yes. For me, I've come a long way to understand. Even when a woman is just joking and saying no, I take it seriously. Maybe I'm different. But what Omogambi Onyego is saying, some ladies, after this lady did not have sex with him, she went and started bad-mouthing him and saying that that man is useless, could not have sex with me. And then another incident is he decided, or a man decided to have sex with a woman anyways, even though she didn't want to have sex. I want to bring in J-Mo. Hello, J-Mo.
Hi, niaje?
Poa sana, karibu sana.
Hey, niko fiti sana. Manze, you're doing a great job. Big up, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Karibu sana. So, umeona discussion what we are discussing here about sexual consent and what it means to both men and women.
Okay.
I remember you joined my show the other day and you said for you have been married for how many years now?
5 years.
For 5 years. Good. Yeah. Because you're a married man, obviously you have sex with your wife.
Yeah.
According to you, as Jmo. What does it mean? What is sexual consent?
According to me, sexual consent ni ile act ya mtu kukubali kusema you know ile we will have sex, nimekukubalia, now we can sleep together.
Both
Simple
the woman
as
and the
that.
man.
Both of them. You know, most of the time we leave the man out. Nikikataa pia mimi I should be treated the same way as a woman.
If a man says no, the lady should also respect that.
Yeah. You know, Benja. One of the biggest problem we are having nowadays is when a man denies a woman sex, inakuwaga ni he is weak ama anamdeny conjugal right as a man. But when a lady denies a man takes ninio inakuwaga ni rape. I don't mean to say that we should sleep with women cha lazima. But we should tunafai to normalize the ninio. Mtu any party akikataa, that should be respected.
That's it. So when the woman says no, it's a no. Any man, hata akimpeleka kwa room, the way I started my discussion, consent, somebody can change their mind. Like where you're married. Yeah. Kama wewe vile uko married. Kama wewe vile uko married, is there a time where you want sex with your wife and she changed her mind?
Yeah, most of the times, but there are times nataka kulala nae. I need to have sex nae na maybe she's not ready. Ama let's say for example ndasemaji, unajua niliwaambia sex ni game. So maybe she's not prepared, you understand?
Yep.
Anakuambia for now nielewe, maybe later.
Ndakupatia baadaye. Ndakupatia baadaye. And then you agree, and then you say okay, sawa. As a gentleman.
Maybe anataka kufua. She's a doctor, by the way.
Yes.
So maybe anataka kufua, anataka kuongea na client. You know, akikwambia no, si lazima akwambie ni kwa nini. You as a man unafaa you respect. Huwezi jua maybe kuna kola na ngojea.
Yes.
Unaget?
Hiyo video yenye nilicheza nikianza show ilikuwa huyo jamaa anasema saying no, it is not about the words only. There are words and actions. There is a body language, which I want people to remember that a woman can tell you no using the body language. Ukitaka kumkiss, hataki kukiss. Ukimwambia ukitaka kutoa panty, hataki itoke, you know? So in a scenario where a man like these ladies who are claiming that walienda na huyo musician kwa room na akawashika kwa lazima, when a man takes a woman to a room and they have not talked about sex, remember they have not talked about sex at all, but the woman is going together with this man mpaka kwa room, and now they're in the room, and then the next thing this man wants to do is to have sex with her, and then the lady says no sex. How should a man deal with this situation? Anafaa kufanya nini mwanaume?
Me, I think there is a guy who said ikue whatever you're doing, don't do it ukiwa na expectations. Expectation ndio kitu imefanya inalanda wasee pabaya, kwa sababu tumesema consent ni ile act tu ya ile kusema yes or no itosha. You understand? So in this situation ukibeba dem umpeleke kwa room, usikue una expect kuwa 50-50 atakupea ama atakausha. You understand?
So the majority of the men, when they are going together with a woman in the room, for them it's 100% sex must happen.
And that's where the problem starts.
Majority of the men, do you agree with what Jemo is saying? You take a woman into a room thinking and believing whatever happens, no matter what, sex is going to happen 100%. And when the woman changes her mind, then they start fighting, or then the rape comes in.
One another, which is not necessary.
Yes. I want to share some of the comments which I on the post on my page. Okay, wacha tusome hapa hivi. This one here, let me see. Nana Angel say, did he force them to the room? What rubbish. What would you like to say about the ladies? These ladies were not forced to go to the room with this guy.
Again,
So,
they were not forced. Again, the man too was not forced to call them to go to the room. Unajua, acha nikwambie bro, in the case of the ladies wanakuanga turned off with na vitu kidogo sana. They might come to your room wakiwa prepared to have sex, and then their mood swings.
Ana kitu kidogo tu hivi amechange.
Nisha switch kumo, you know, the problem inakuaga pia sisi men tunakoseanga sometimes dem anakaga anajiuliza mbona huyu jamaa ananiforce anaforce kitu sana, una understand you as a man kuna and this, I know it might be illegal to say, but I will tell you there are some hacks you can use to have a lady sleep with you, una get. Number one, never show a lady that you want to sleep with them, ama the sex ni important sana. Never show a lady that sex ni important. They feel like tunawatumia, you understand?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go on interesting topic. So Jemo, just stay there. Philip Moses Nyasinga, I see your comment. Jemo, okay. I just muted that one. Jemo will be back. Philip Moses Nyasinga, consent has a lot to do with psychological preparedness. Failure to that, it is rape, whether married or not. And we also have another one here. Jemo, this person here, Bro Sila, is saying, Jemo, what about women who say no, yet they mean yes? Can you go ahead and read her body language and go ahead and suck the honeypot? There are ladies, I don't know, I wish a lady could join us. There are a majority of the ladies who say no, but they mean yes, I don't know. And also, that's why we said from the beginning, consent, you have to be very honest. It is a no, and it's a no, and you don't change your mind so that you confuse this man, anachanganyikiwa huyo anataka, hama hataki. Have you ever experienced such a situation, a woman is saying no, lakini anataka? Just a moment, I muted your microphone. Okay, just a moment. Okay, please repeat that.
There are some ladies wenye wanakataanga lakini anataka, na ukikataa anakuchukia na anajamu.
So makosa inakuwa ni kwa huyo dem?
Makosa ni kwa dem, number one. But again, women, unajua, there is something that mukubali ama mkatae. Women were given the responsibility to understand nature. Unaweza, there is no way utaniambia no alafu you are seducing me alafu you mean no. You understand?
Yeah.
Unasoma environment iko aje. Mimi let me give you a small story yenye iko na lines fupi ndio at least muni understand. There is a lady I had, alikuwa anaitwa Marion, obvious amda mjua mumjui, so I'll have to, maybe amjui nimetaja jina ya ukweli ama si ya ukweli, so allow me.
Yes.
So this lady actually nilikuwa na kwangu na alikuwa na kwake. Nilikuwa nakaa Koma, but she was my neighbor at Komarok. So there is a time nilienda kwake, aliniitia lunch. Nikaenda nikakula lunch. So after kukula lunch, nilikuwa hiyo type ya wale wanaume lazima, nilikuwa najua lazima nikipata dem
lazima. Ukienda kwake lazima yeye utakulana,
lazima nimukule vibaya sana, unageta. So I tried to show my moves. Kwa mdomo ananiambia, you know, atujuani, sitaki, but again she's seducing me. Tumemaliza lunch na kama ananikalia na nishikashika, you understand? So naturally kama mwanaume na kama uko na akili vizuri utajua huyu mtu anataka. The only thing hataki kuadmit. Kuna watu wanakuanga in denial of nimekubali. But there are scenarios zenye dem atakuonesha niko serious, sitaki. Na anakuonesha seriousness. Hataki.
Yes. Hey, so madam mnasikia kama hautaki. Again, as I said earlier on this show or this talk here, Bold and Raw Talks with me, Benjamin. Keep telling your daughters, if you have been blessed to have a child and you have a daughter, or you have daughters, remind them. The no should not be accompanied with the confusing body language and gestures that are still seducing this man or making the man think that you really, really want. A no should be very no. I've met ladies who said no to me, and they meant with actions. There is no sex, no condom. In fact, I have that funny video here. It's no sex, no condom. And I thought that she was joking. And as stupid as I was, I thought she was going to say yes. But she said no, and it was a no. And I really, I've never forgotten that experience. No sex, no condom. Where is this video? It's a very funny video here. Please share the video as we go on. I will be taking you back to some of the comments here. I'm still here with JMO. These are some of the comments which I posted on my Facebook account. But watch this funny video here.
No condom, no sex. 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 One.
That's a very it's a very funny TikTok video there. No condom, no sex. Now, Jemo, let's go back to some of the comments here on my Facebook post. If I go down here, Kamau Wairimu says rape cases should be reported within 72 hours. Hizo zingine ni pangwingwi. Why now? I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, this person here is saying that rape cases should be reported within 72 hours. Is it possible to report within 72 hours? Let me know in the comments what you think. Is it really possible? Jemo, do you think a woman can go and report within 72 hours?
Some do, some don't.
It depends with the person.
It depends with the person. Eh?
And then
another thing,
anaweza enda kuripoti kwa mapolisi tena wamchekelee. Yeah.
This is a case, ni kama case ya hemorrhoids. You know about hemorrhoids? Eh?
Yes, I do.
Most of the people fear to nini because of the embarrassment, which ni mbaya.
Yes.
Kama unafikiri umedhulumiwa, enda report. Nothing. Imagine it will, wacha chekelewa lakini usaidike. Unaget? Yeah.
Okay.
But again, don't cook a story.
Yeah, we will talk about cooking stories. We have to play the boy child, and we will talk about the law, especially the Sexual Act of Kenya. What does it say about the people who have cooked stories? There are consequences about that. Cooking stories without any evidence, there are also consequences for that. So ladies, remember that. Let me read some of the comments here. Kingi Wengu also asked the question, but how did they get to the room? And I replied, using his car, driven by him. That's how they got the room. Another person here, Kate states Moriasi, I don't understand why none of the victims showed up at a police station to register a case and have it followed on in a court. How are we social media peeps supposed to help them or judge the alleged defendant? Okay. Pauline Oguta, why now? There is no evidence. We want Vito fresh. Were they dragged and forced to the rooms? And we have another comment, very interesting, by Diana Kilonzo. This issue of Willie, sijapenda kuiongelea sana because I have brothers and sisters. She says she doesn't like to talk about it because she has brothers and sisters. I tell my sister to always never be in a situation where they are cornered under man's mercy. Giza isiwai wapata wakiwa na mwanaume. Darkness should not catch you with a man. To never go meet a man without their own money, no matter what. My number, it's always on their speed dial. And for those Talibans by the name brothers, I tell them, do not do to other people's sisters what you would not like to be done to your own sisters. For nature has a way of equalizing situations. So please, women, as long as Willie, the accused person, may or not be all that is said about him, we have a role to play. Unaenda kulala kwa mwanaume ukifanya nini? Mtakuwa mkiimba tu praise and worship and calling upon the God of Elijah ashushe moto chini, ama in a man's car and a house, are you there to speak in tongues? Sitetei Willie, I'm not defending Willie, na sitetei bibi ya Bahati. Pia, all I'm saying is let's all be cautious. What do you think about this message by Diana?
It's a very nice message. Considering that ameguza point zote mbili, akona brothers and sisters.
Yep.
Ameguzia pande zote mbili. But one thing I like to tell guys, let's fix this world. Unajua, in as much as we are promised heavens, we are still living on earth. to fix hii dunia. Hata nikubebe na uende unikatalie. We are humans, we are not animals. Hata ukinikatalia, kwani mimi I bought my first car at 20. You can imagine what I could have been doing with ladies, eh? Unataka kuniambia hizo time sikuwa nanyimwa? Kuliko situation, kwa sababu this ends up with fight. Sometimes inaending up na violence zingine mbaya, unaend up kuenda jela because of, yani 0.9 minutes hiyo kukaa mtu. So in as much as mtu atakufuata aende kwako afanye nini, hata ukinyimwa kubali. Yani make sure you're on the right side of the situation, kwa sababu the law na ikikaa mbrozi unajua vile kunaendanga.
Yes. Hey, nyegi kisha panda.
So in as much as kuna msee alisema usijifanye ndume na hii kitu. There are some heroes who are here. Walifanya hii kitu wakaiacha, walikulana na wakaiacha. Wengine watakam. So we ukinyimwa, jua kuna mademu wengine wenye wataona something in you wenye watakupea. But don't take actions, usirepe, hiyo story ya kusema ati sijui mbona alikufuata. Mimi kwangu it doesn't work.
Okay, all right. Let's go on.
Let's be moral na dunia itakuwa poa.
It's very true when you are talented and when you have gifts and maybe you're popular, it's very easy to, ni kama vile pastors, the way pastors are, the church leaders, sorry to use them as an example, you are exposed to these innocent people who believe in you, who trust you, and who look up to you. And then they become so close to you. They open up and they share their very deep story. For me, nimekuwa very lucky since I started my shows some years back to meet ladies and even men who open up very serious things that they are going through. And sometimes some people will come to you. They really want to get help. And others, they come with other means to get into you. They really, really want to sleep with you. They just want to have sex with you. And there's nothing that is going to stop them from there. Others are very honest. Watakwambia mapema, for me, I just want sex with you. But others will use, and this I'm speaking to the ladies who are watching here, the men who are very popular, very talented, celebrities, and then they are exposed to this multitude of followers, and then all attraction is towards him. It is very easy for so many ladies to follow up and want to do anything with this guy. And it's so unfortunate. When I was reading some of those stories of those victims claiming to have been affected by this man, a majority of them, they are under 25. Under 25, but I haven't seen a story of somebody who is under 18. So most of the stories here, like the first victim I saw here, she said she's a 20. The second one was 21. The third one was 20. They are under 25. So JMO and the viewers, what do you think about these ladies who are under 25 these days? Under the age of 25, yeah.
Kitu naweza nikasema ni number 1, nikiguzia kwanza place umesema ya celebrities, nimehang out na most of the celebrities, na kitu nashindangwa kwanza kujua ni why a man is a man. Doesn't mean you are a celeb or not. Sex ni ile. So me, I think most of the people they are ni kuelewa hawaelewi, kwa sababu sioni vile. Let me just use names. A ni celeb na B si celeb. Sioni any difference ukilala na both of them. Na sioni any difference ukiabstain to both of them. Sijuangi ni nini inakuwaga na madem ama na wasewe. Pia men, there are men who are like that. Ukiona dem star unataka pia ku-hit, unaget.
I think it's a sense of the attraction. It's sense of attraction. This is an example. When you go to a disco, for those who go to a disco, when a man is a DJ and he is playing music, most of the DJs wanakuanga wamewekwa pale juu. And naturally, all attention is always towards the DJ. That's why most of the time people say DJs are players. They sleep with multiple women. But the attraction and attention that they get is the same way with a superstar, a popular person, or a rich man, or a a powerful guy. You know, these are people who can do anything without consequences. So they get this attraction from these ladies. Could be poverty. You know, these ladies are looking for money. Some of the stories of this year, victims are saying, when you read their stories, some of them wanted to become musicians. They are aspiring to be musicians. And they have found this musician who is popular and on top. They want to use him to get also there. So you see, they are chasing about their dreams. And so there are so many reasons, but there's poverty, there is also a lack of information, and also just wanting to be with a celebrity. I just want to be with him, you know?
Okay, according to me, Benjamin, I think ni kutumiana. Kwa sababu ukishikanisha hizo reasons zote zinakuja kuenda kwa kutumiana, whether it's money, unataka kulala naye ndo upate pesa yake.
Yep.
Sasa unataka ulale naye ndo upate, msemekane mlilala pamoja upate fame.
Ukuje uambie marafiki yako nilala naye.
Ndo uonekane uko naye, hiyo umesema kukua hiyo attention yake. At the end of the day, you want to show people you have him.
Been with him.
Ama so ni kumtumia tu. Hakuna kitu kingine.
And that's why I was reading an interview about Cristiano Ronaldo. Alisema, when he was asked the question, the most challenging part about his life, he said is choosing or finding a woman who loves him genuinely. Cristiano Ronaldo said it is very hard for him, and it has been he's famous, he's handsome, he has all the money, he has all the cars, he can buy anything he wants, but it has become so difficult to identify one woman who genuinely loves him. And you can feel for him. You can feel for him as young as he is. It's really tough. He's in a very awkward situation that he's trying. And that's why I also want to remind the viewers, we are not victimizing anyone. We have to balance this. Me as a man, I also have this attention from my videos and also from the women. So most of my topics are about relationships. And obviously, the women who are listening are very keen to hear what I'm saying, and that attracts attention. And then it can become confusing for a young man who is under the age of 30. Now he has these women who are easy and quick to go with him anywhere. They just meet and tells her, come to my car, and then boom, the guy is driving and is going with you anywhere, nowhere. You don't even know where this guy is taking you. And these ladies follow him and go and find themselves locked up in a room together with him, and they cannot run away from such a situation. So there are so many reasons why they find themselves there. But let me see. Yes, Judy Sakala, yes. But now he has a woman. He has a woman, but not legally married, of course, but he has children. But that's what he said in one of the interviews when he was asked the most challenging part in his life. It was very hard for him to find a genuine woman in his life. Let me read some of the comments here, J Mo, before we go on talking.
Before you read the comments,
yes.
My prayer right now, ama my wish for you, ni ati ukuwe one of the biggest presenters. That thing will challenge you the same way unatuambia, whether you will be married or not.
Yes, I agree with you.
That's you, bro. You will start buying Ferraris.
Yeah.
You will start showing us that you bought a new house, which is nice to show your achievements. Unajua umetuonesha what you're doing, so we need to see the results. That thing will challenge. Umenunua gari, umenunua Ferrari, umenunua nini, nyumba. Hiyo kitu cha kuchallenge sana.
I agree with you. I agree. And I don't want to get there. I don't want to get there. But okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, Million Chonga here with a judgmental attitude seen here. People are having a hard time to report these assaults. Look, almost 90% comments are blaming the victim. How will they report if this is the attitude we have towards them? Very important question there, Millie. How can your sister come and say that the uncle raped her? How, if we are judging them? Can you imagine your daughter coming to tell you if you're a father, any man who is watching here and you have a daughter, I want you to type there on the comments, proud of my daughter. If you're a man who has been blessed with daughters, type there on the comments, proud of my daughter. How do you expect your daughter to come and tell you that the cousin has raped her or a man has done something to her? How do you expect her to tell you? But if you have a daughter, I want you to put there on the comments, proud of my princess, and then begin thinking about this topic and what you're saying on the comments. Remember what you're typing. People are reading. People can go to your profile picture. People can see this is a man who has typed this. And if you have daughters or you have a daughter, your words that you're typing here, unless you delete them by yourself, your daughters might actually come across the same words you put there on the comments. So let me see. There's a lady who wants to join in the studio here. Jojo. Hello, Jojo. Hello, Jojo. Unmute your microphone. Unmute your microphone, please. Okay. All right. Jemo, wacha niweke some of the comments again, and then we wind up. Okay. Somebody's asking me, were you there, Benjamin? Okay. It's a very good question. Were you there? I was not there when these ladies who are saying they slept with him. Okay. Selena Ruth. It is sad to read these questions of how did they get there. Okay. As we are all aware, most Kenyans are desperate for a breakthrough. Jemo, do you agree that most people are desperate for a breakthrough? Nataka kuomoka.
Kabisa.
Yes. And then she goes on saying, this hungry hyena uses his fame to lure those women with the promises of a talk, of the need they have made musically, or even a connection for a job as Rick Ross housemaid, and they turn up being driven doesn't send an alarm. So these stories, we started seeing them in 2017. And up to date, none has spoken because of the threat sent to them. This guy is rotten, na hataenda mbali. Those are allegations. Those are comments from people on Facebook. Those are not my words. So what do you think? Is it true? Like I said, there are young girls who want a breakthrough.
It's true.
And does it contribute into finding themselves in this situation?
It does contribute, but the problem is most people doesn't want to take the long way. Benja, if you can be my witness, how long has it taken you to build this platform?
Oh my goodness. Don't even go there. The sleepless night I spend here, the people who started, anyone who started watching my videos, please just type there. I've come a long way with you. I know some of them. I started about 5 years ago. 5 years. There are times I couldn't sleep. There are times that I was doing a live video, and then when I went to bed, then the following day I was supposed to do another one. I didn't have energy. I started doing the video, and then nikashikwa na kizunguzungu. Nikakuwa dizzy, nikashikwa na kizunguzungu, but the viewers did not see me feeling dizzy. And then karibu nianguke kwa kiti, nikazima laptop, then I went back to bed, and then I Googled that I was actually nilikuwa mgonjwa, silali na niko live videos. I'm chasing my dreams because I wanted to be in radio and TV. Yeah.
Fatigue ni mgonjwa.
Yeah. And there's no shortcut in anything beautiful. There's no shortcut.
It's true. Right now, I'm working with the Imports by Cairo. I'm sorry if I'm advertising someone.
No, it's okay.
We sell cars. So while I was starting, na bro, unaweza uka-attest to this. Nothing starts if you're at peak. Me, my first year, I sold only one car. It was a Probox, na nilipatia 30,000. So most of the people wanafia hiyo kuona nika uta-fail.
The fear of failure.
Lakini wanatumia the short way, not knowing that it will take them long. You understand?
So ladies, are you getting what this gentleman is saying? We also have these victims who are using a shortcut, and they are going to a man who has realized that these people are using a shortcut. Let me use them. The way you say, J-Mo, people are using each other. They are using him to get into fame, and he's also using them to have easy and quick sex and dump them.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, let me see here some of the questions. Diana Kilonza has been with me since I started, 5 years, almost 6 years. Actually, I started doing my videos more than 10 years ago. Damaris Kerubo, because ladies siku hizi wanataka financially stable men, they don't work hard. Wakiona mwanaume ako na pesa, wanatumia mwili wao vibaya mpaka wanajipata kwa mikono ya nyangaus. Okay. Young Mungai, my sister was raped. She was young, around 7 years old. And if not for my younger brother, alipata sijui. Imagine the person who raped her was employed with my dad. So these things happen in families. And if the younger brother did not, sorry about that, young Mungai. And we hope that your sister got the help. And we wish her well after going through that experience.
Also, let people know the difference between defamation and rape. Sijui kama unaniget Benja.
I get you.
Defamation and rape.
Kuharibiana jina na kurepiwa ya ukweli. So, quickly, one more few comments here about the people, the way they were reacting on my post. Janet Kemonto, I will never support a rapist. One of my former school teacher that I trusted so much with the way he used not to miss church Saturdays, na Bible mkononi, almost raped me, and had it not been rained, akinivuruta akateleza akaanguka, and I got the chance to run from his jaws. Right now, I could be a silent rape victim, because I don't think I could have told anybody, not even my mom, during those times. Even till now, have never opened up the whole story to anybody. It's been 15 years. But every time I remember, it hurts. I feel so much hatred for that man. So you can remember 15 years ago, rape victims do not forget. It stays forever for the rest of their lives. And they never forget what that person wanted to do with them. Muma Ronald. Ujinga watu wanajipeleka kukulwa, then they come here kutupima. Did he force anyone to those rooms? Jane Wairimu, imagine if these women were given something in return. By Pose, the victim, the guy, none of these stories could be trending. Oh my goodness. Did I lose JMO? Okay. So very interesting comments there. We are winding up here. The fear of failing is pulling me down. Carol Janice, don't fear, keep going. Omogambio Nyengo, abia huyo mse mimi ni marketer. Okay, atasoma comment yako. So there's something also I wanted to mention in this talk here about the law. What does the law say in Kenyan law? I wish I had a lawyer. Hopefully, as my platform and my following grows, we will be having experts, especially family lawyers. If you know of any lawyer who can talk about this. This thing involves law. Just before I lost JMO, he was talking about defamation, people creating stories which are not true, and also people hiding or people protecting and hiding the evidence. But there is information online about what the law says, which is a lot of information, but I'm not a lawyer. There's section 38, which I want to put there on the comments. Section 38 about the Kenyan Sexual Acts. This is what it says. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to share with you. Jemo is back. Jemo, welcome back. So this is what the section 38 of Sexual Offences Act states. Any person who makes false allegations against another person to the effect that the person has committed an offense under this act is guilty of an offense and shall be liable to punishment equal to that for the offense complained of. So our wanawake who are creating fake stories, is it okay for them to be punished, Jmo?
It's okay, very okay.
Okay. And the viewers who are watching here, what do you think about this act? But this act has very many consequences. Kwa sababu sasa, if you don't have enough evidence, itakugeuka. Yani hiyo kesi itakugeukia. Is it a fair act?
It's a fair act. Ni
Yeah.
fair kabisa.
Mtu asikuharibie jina, usikuje kusema story na hakuna kitu kama hiyo.
You know right now Benja, I know you've lived with people. Vile na kuangalia you're not a young man, neither you are an old man. You're matured. There are instances when and I'm sorry for this, I'll use both genders. There are instances where mimi nikinyimwa. Wanaume sisi yetu inakuwa ni funny sana. Nikinyimwa nitaenda kutusiana niseme hiki kidem vile ni kibaya, but for the case of the ladies, they create stories. This guy stole from me. This guy raped me. This guy did this. This guy dragged me, and they will cry. And I'm sorry for this. Na mimi sisimami saidi yoyote. I stand to be corrected too. Let's say for an example, mimi my mom died long ago nikiwa mdogo.
Yep.
So mimi nimelelewa na family tofauti. So mimi ni mtu najijuanga na kuagana tu vitu koto wangu tu kutafuta do hapa na pale. So you will get, there is an instance where I lived in a family and the wife to the guy who took me wanted something to do with, anakuwa anataka nipige kitu. So vile nilikataa aliniambia either you shift ama niseme umenirape. So you can imagine anasema tu plain blank. So I had to move, bro. Staki risasi.
Kwa sababu ingekugeukia wewe sasa, ingekuwa ni wewe sasa uko makosa.
Bro, nimechukuliwa na mtu mkubwa kwa gavana kaa kwake, ni prominent, sitasema hapa.
Yeah.
But you can imagine the consequence of kuwekelewa alafu uende jela, uumizwe alafu baadaye ndio mtu akuje aseme ilikuwa uongo ama akose kusema. You understand, when utaumia at the end of the day. So si fiti.
Wow. Si poa.
So ni awacha mtu akuwe punished. Ukipatikana na umedanganya na ikuangukie, umia
peke yako. Hiyo article nimeisoma hapa wanasema so this thing here challenges the victims not to go and report the whole story, and they fear because they think the saddest part, I want to copy paste this one here. This is let me show the viewers here on the comment section. This is the saddest part about the Kenyan law about sexual offenses. This is what it says. So that section of defamation, kuharibiana jina, this section is very harsh and may be viewed as one that imposes fear even to a complaint with a genuine complaint. So a lady can be raped or could have been offended, but now because if you are creating a story, it's still creating fear to you. And then the next part, knowing that most Kenyans, including those who have gone to school, do not understand legal issues. So mambo ya law in Kenya, it's very hard to understand. I am not a lawyer, and obviously for you, you're not a lawyer. So it's I wish we could have a lawyer to interpret to us. Lawyers wanakuanga na mambo mingi, but generally what we are trying to say on that point, creating fake stories can put you into trouble, and you should. And when you read those ladies who are claiming these stories, most of them, they were still saying, hide my identity, because they know that it can put them in some trouble. Yeah.
A lie is always a lie.
Yeah. So finally, we need to finish this discussion, Jemo. Your final word that you can tell somebody who is watching this talk today.
Mi kitu naweza nikaambia tu wase ni always make sure umesimama to the right side. Usikubali law ikufinye kwa sababu ya short term desires. Unaget? Usiende urape ama uone umenyimwa useme ukatae kufikiria. Unaget? It's illegal, it's a crime. Na law itachukua mkondo wake.
Thank you so much, bro. Asante sana.
Yeah.
Nakutakia all the best. Nakutakia all the best in your married life.
Tutakusukuma bro, usiworry, tuko hapa kwa sababu yako.
Asante sana. Kuwa na Friday poa na kuwa na morning poa.
Pia wewe kuwa na Friday poa, tuko na event.
Yes.
Lakini au yuko Kenya?
Yeah, I'm not in Kenya right now. Which event is that?
tuko na Mbosso.
Mbosso is coming to Nairobi?
He's already in Nairobi right now, eh?
Okay.
So
Where exactly?
iko
Wapi?
big club, eh?
Big club, where is it? Iko
Iko
street gani?
Hurlingham.
Hurlingham. So he's performing tonight?
Hurlingham. He's just appearing, but kuna vitu mingi you can take from, you know, these events tunaignore. There are a lot of things you can take from them, eh?
Okay.
Talking to people, you will meet people.
Connections, yeah.
You can meet connections, biashara.
Yeah. Sawa.
And also, there are awards I know people, eh? So hiyo sitaongelea hapa, tutaongea nyuma ya curtain ndo nikuoneshe. I think you're doing something great that should be appreciated.
Okay. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you.
Bless, man.
Okay, enjoy and all the best.
Thank you, man. Pia wewe all the best, eh?
Asante. Okay. Watu muende Hurlingham, muende kuona Mbosso. So somebody was asking if we talked about finally we are winding up with some of the comments which I posted earlier on my post. Hakuna kitu niudhi like a male feminist. Simple made up stories you can't see. Fake motivational speaker. Wandera Wills Joshua, I think ananitusi mimi hapa. Mimi sio motivational speaker. Mimi ni presenter, eh? Male feminist. Umekuwa follow Andrew Kibe bwana, eh? I'm not a male feminist. I'm a man. You can hear from my voice and you can see from my discussions. I'm not here to defend anyone. If you're doing something stupid and bad, you are a bad woman. You're a bad man. Peter Ngigi, all these young lasses are desperate for money and fame. And the guy is all about to chew them and dump them. Okay, some of the comments here, so many comments here. These are the kind of the artists fighting to get 75% of their songs to be played by media houses. The government should regulate the music industry to weed out those whose intention is to take advantage of innocent ladies or men to avoid this kind of obscenities being displayed. Some feel that they are untouchables. They can indulge in crimes and nothing is being done. Also, they are sending wrong impressions to the youngsters. And that's why I want to end my discussion today. This was from Roberto Bogaza. Roberto Bogaza, you really put a very nice message here. The ladies and the young people who are trying to make a breakthrough in life, it's hard work. Don't give up. Pursue your dreams. Find your talent. Work hard. Don't be lazy. Don't use shortcuts. And when you are reaching out to a musician and you want him to help you, or if you're a parent and you want your son or your daughter to get into a musician and they don't listen to them, push your son or your daughter to continue doing on their own. One day, one time, somebody will notice them. They don't need another person to help them to go up. Yes, it's important you need somebody to take them up, but what they need to do is to practice, to know their strong points, if it's about voice, if it's about lyrics, writing, music, or composing, they should put more energies there. And where they are weak, if their voice or their vocals are weak, then they need help, professional help, so that they can learn instead of depending on other celebrities or other people who have made it. Even the people who want to do live videos like me, some of them come to me. My message is always to them, you need to have passion. If you have passion, you will do anything you want to do in this world. Kama unapenda hiyo kitu. I'm doing this at midnight right now, but it's because of passion. If you have passion, nothing will stop you, and you don't need other people to pull you up. And believe in yourself. Don't use other people so that you can believe in yourself. The moment I started doing my live videos, I looked myself into the mirror and I said, Benjamin, believe in your voice, believe in your talent, believe in yourself. The other people will follow you and they will join you along the way. It's been more than 5 years and I'm still going, never giving up, and I will still keep going up to the last minute when I feel that now I am too tired to continue doing this. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. And if you watch for the first time, I hope you like and follow this page. We were not here to condemn anyone. The victims who have been molested or harassed sexually, I am so sorry, poleni sana. This video could have brought so many bad memories to you, but hiyo ikukuwa matarajio yangu. I pray that you get help. If it's affecting your life and you still have not healed, please go for help. Seek professional counseling so that you can live a normal life. We have family members who have gone through it. and you could be one of them. So seek help when you feel that this thing is affecting you up to now as you're watching this video. And for those who are also planning to do such kind of acts, having sex without consent to your wife or to a woman or to any other person, a man or your boyfriend, without agreeing, please remember that there are consequences about it. You may not see those consequences now, but they will come with time. And I want to replay that video which I started with about this thing about consent. So watch this video one more time, and I will post the link of this video. I think this is a very amazing speaker, and so that during your free time, you can watch some of his videos in his channel. This is what he was talking about consent. Consent. All right, let me play for you that video here as I finish this Bold and Raw Talks. Okay. Okay, this is the video here. How do you know if someone wants to have sex with you? That is the question. How do you know that someone wants to have sex with you? Watch this video so that you will know what to do next time when you are planning to have sex and when you're not planning to have sex.
You know for sure if someone... How do you know for sure if someone wants to have sex with you? Well, actually, there's only one way. They need to tell you. You need to have consent.
You need to be told. Before you have sex, somebody need to tell you.
But what does consent really mean? Consent means both parties are really, truly into what's going on. This means that nobody is being guilted or pressured into doing anything. Silence does not equal consent.
Silence, kunyamaza haimaanishi unataka. Silence does not equal to consent. This is the most important part. And then what does he say?
Some people think it's not rape unless there's fighting, screaming, or someone yelling no. But that's not true. Communication doesn't always happen with words. Body language can say a lot if you pay attention. Are they leaning in or are they pulling away? Do they look happy or do they look uncomfortable? Are they kissing you back or are they just staying kind of still? You have to pay attention to all the signals. This includes body language and words. No one can read minds, so it's always good to talk about it. Asking for consent doesn't have to be awkward. Asking for consent can actually be kind of sexy.
Want to show me your bedroom?
Show me where you want me to touch you.
Do you want to help me take these clothes off?
So, let's break this consent thing way down. 1, everyone's clear about what's about to happen next, and they're happy about it. If you're making out with someone for the first time and you want to go further, check in first.
Gonna take your shirt off.
Want to try something different?
2, everyone in the situation has to feel free to be able to say no without being pressured or hassled. It's not cool to pressure people into doing stuff they're obviously uncomfortable with, or make them feel bad for saying no or wanting to stop things. Being pushy or manipulative makes for some pretty bad sex. And obviously, if a person is drunk, high, passed out, or asleep, it's not okay to do sexual stuff with them. They can't consent when wasted or unconscious. So doing this is actually rape. 3, be honest about whether or not you're on birth control, have an STD, or having sex with other people. Wouldn't you want to know that? If you're going to get naked with someone, you have to have trust and honesty. 4, saying yes to sex once doesn't mean you're saying yes to it forever. It may be tough to pause in the middle of some super sweet action, but your partner has the right to stop at any time. And 5, sex is all about connections and pleasure, right? If everyone feels respected, sex will be much better for both of you. We all deserve a safe, pleasurable, and awesome sex life. The more respect you show to the other person, the more they'll trust you enough to relax and enjoy. And the more honest you are about what you want and don't want, the better things will go. It's easy to talk about what consent means, but what does it look like in real life? How are we supposed to know for sure how far someone wants to go or if they want to get intimate at all? Check out our other videos for tips on how to do this consent thing right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. This has been Benjamin. I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow and like this page. Until the next Bold and Raw
How
Talk.
do you know?
Until the next Bold and Raw Talk, I wish you a nice morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you're watching me from. And thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing the video. Thank you for the comments. And thank you for watching. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.